Brethren, I pray you sing a new song. Sing praise in the assembly of the righteous. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations and punishments on those peoples, to bind their kings with chains. This honor have all his saints. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Sing to him a new song.
You a vibe person? You like to go off the vibes? Alright, well, what if I told you in the Bible that you're not supposed to treat everybody like they equal? Get 7 and 6. And that's a good question. I'm gonna show you.
Bring it out.
Con. Go ahead. Alright, so look, this right here, this is what we preaching. Have you ever heard of the Israelites in the Bible? Con. So you know that the Israelites are God's favorite people, his chosen people. So that's what we pushing. Go ahead and get that 7 and 6. And this is why I say that the statement I made that we don't treat everybody like they equal, because according to the Bible, everybody not equal. Hey, go ahead, focus. Give me that 7 and 6.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above what?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Hey, you want to treat everybody equal, but the Most High he don't treat everybody equal. He treat us different. He said you better than everybody on the face of the earth. Would you agree with that statement, or do you feel like that's wrong?
One more time.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto.
And he said we are a holy people. And holy means separate, if you didn't know. Hey, so whenever you read Deuteronomy, if you go back in 1-on-1, we're gonna do a crash course real quick and give you a little bit of history.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto who?
All Israel.
Hey, so when you read Deuteronomy, this is what Moses was speaking to the Israelites. Now go back to 7 and 6.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Hey, so he said we above everybody on the face of the earth. Could you get down with that, or you don't want to be special?
Oh, we not everybody. Wait, who's everybody?
The Israelites. That's why I went to Deuteronomy 1-1 to show you who Moses was talking to. He was only talking to the Israelites, not everybody. So how can you choose everybody in the world to be special when you're talking to the Israelites? You can't do it. You can't do it. So,
We're not all special?
no, of course not. All right, so we're going to get this verse for you just to further prove our cause. Because I just want you, when you leave here today, I want it to be without a doubt in your head that everybody wasn't made equal. Hey, you see that from birth. You see people that's gifted, you know what I'm saying? They're real good at sports, they're real athletic. Then you got the lame person. The lame person who can't walk, the one that's in a wheelchair. Is that equal?
But doesn't mean they can't be just as successful as now.
So what is success? How do you know that you're successful?
What your own self-worth is.
Say that again.
What your own self-worth.
That's how you know that you're successful. So you feel successful?
Where I came from, yeah.
Where'd you come from? Poverty?
Poor of the poor.
Really?
Mold in the wall. 50 seals.
Hey, bed bugs, roaches, rats. Hey, and you know how I can understand that? Because we all went through the same thing. You know why we went through the same thing? I'm gonna tell you, because that's a curse that was put on the Israelites, because we Israelites. The only reason why you're going through all of this poverty is because you didn't listen. You didn't keep the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead, Ak.
How far you come from that poverty? How far? Yeah. From the mold and the problems and the poverty.
I have the roommates, a good house, good job.
If you didn't come far, you got roommates. Somebody that's successful don't have roommates.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would say
When did successful people?
That's what I'm saying. You're on support.
I got it. What you call successful being something else than what I call successful. And for me, I call successful, you know, owning my own business, hiring my people, creating jobs, right? Sustainability. Right? You call successful pitching in with somebody else and living with them.
Not just that, though. Like, getting my education, furthering it, have hobbies.
That's basic.
No longer do I hate myself.
That's basic life.
I'm at that point where I'm
Everybody out here that's trying, they're trying to go. They're going to school. They got hobbies. You know, they got jobs. They got cars to pay. So that's not successful. That's like that's everyday. That's right. That's everyday living. That's like saying, oh, I believe being successful is going to the toilet and eating every day. You know, you're supposed to do that. Just like you're supposed to have hobbies, you're supposed to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying is successful, that does not qualify to being successful. You didn't really come far from being in poverty when you're actually still living with somebody. Because that's what people do when they're in poverty. They're probably living with somebody half the time.
When I talk about poverty, I'm talking about government feeding you. I'm talking about powdered milk.
Government still is feeding you. Do you have a farm?
Powdered milk.
Do you have a farm?
I have a farm.
Yeah. Do you have any type of cattle?
I have a 4x4.
You have
I
chickens?
have a 4x4.
You have turkeys?
I have a 4x4
Do you have
garden
lamb? Do
bed.
you have goats?
A 4x4 garden bed
4x4 garden bed.
with tomatoes and jalapenos.
Hey, I get you though. I like how you humble about it. Well, I was down here, now I'm here. That's a good thing. You content, but at the same time, we wouldn't necessarily be able to agree with that statement that that's successful. Because we want more. Success for us is having slaves and being in the kingdom with Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. Would you like to have servants and not no 4x4 garment? You wouldn't want to. You a servant? You a slave right now?
I don't need slaves.
Hey, so you would rather be a slave than have slaves?
I would rather.
That's what you're saying.
I'd rather. No, that's not.
Are you a slave?
Most likely, yeah, we all are.
Hey.
Into the government, aren't we?
So, hey, exactly. So you would rather be a slave than have a slave?
I would rather slavery not be a part of anything.
Hey, so
That not be a part of
that's that Jake, classic Jake. You don't want to have slaves. You'd rather be a slave. I don't get it. So you love your oppressor. Give me that in Proverbs 3:31. That's what I'm getting. What about the judgment? Hey, you know God loves judgment, right?
I'm just here.
Hey, that's that spirit. That's that spirit. I'm just here and I'm just living life. My day was, what y'all talking about? That's that spirit. Hey, well look.
As long as you're trying to keep better every day, is that not the goal?
Hey, that's not how Edomites feel. That's not how white people feel.
All right.
Hey, give me that quick on the story. Let me get that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31.
Hey, so now that I'm talking to you and I'm trying you by your words, this kind of how I feel like, kind of where you at right now.
Bring it out, huh?
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Hey, I feel like you envy the person.
That's right.
I feel like you want to be equal to everybody.
That's
I
right.
showed you in the Bible where you're a special person above everybody upon the face of the earth, and you don't want to take it. You said, well, look, everyone's special. Well, look, I don't want a slave. I'd rather be one. That's bogus to me. Hey, to me, that's wicked. To me, that's absurd. To me, kill me now. Go ahead. I just don't understand, bro. Make me understand. Hold on. After this verse.
I just don't see it being so black and white like that. I don't see it being either you are a slave or Catholic.
All right. Get Isaiah, and we're gonna get this.
This is First Chronicles, chapter 17, verse 21. And what one nation in the earth is like thy own people, to make thee a name of greatness and terribleness, and driving out of nations from before.
Hey, he said, driving out nations from before thee. You don't want your house shot. You don't want Jesus to come back and save you from your enemies.
You mean I don't? Or like,
I'm asking, is that something that you would like to happen? So you're no longer a slave?
That's if you believe that Jesus. I mean, that's
Well, I can prove that that's what's supposed to happen. But if you don't get down with the Bible and you don't keep the commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments, You're not going to get saved from your enemies.
To make thee a name of greatness and terribleness by driving out nations from before thy people, whom thou hast redeemed out of Egypt.
Con. So you familiar with what happened in Egypt with the Israelites and the Africans? Are you familiar with that at all?
You mean like the whole like baby down the river and that whole thing?
Us being slaves in Egypt and the Most High delivering us from our enemies. Exactly. So you're familiar a little bit. So the same thing is supposed to happen again. You don't want that to happen? You don't want to get saved from your enemies?
Now I'm just getting confused. Now I'm just getting confused.
Are you high?
Not high at all.
You ain't take no pills or nothing?
I don't fuck with those. Not at all.
You ain't sip nothing?
Ain't sitting nothing. I just got here.
Hey, so
Y'all
you
got me.
right.
I just want to take a picture.
Hey, and you can still do that. But I wanted to see like what you was doing. I wanted to check on you. I wanted you to know that you're an Israelite. Can I prove that you're an Israelite and then we can go from there possibly?
That's fair.
Okay. Now give me let's go straight to the main thing. Give me 11 and 26, and then somebody can give me 28 and 68, and somebody get Exodus.
Hey, you want
So you got 11? Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
He said a blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God.
Salakia. And a curse if you will not obey the Salakia. I'm gonna start from 28. And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day to go after other gods which ye have not known.
God. Hey, so the Most High giving us an ultimatum. Either you're gonna be blessed and keep the commandments, or you're gonna be cursed and not keep the commandments. So you got to pick what you want to do. Either you're gonna get down with the get down, or you're gonna get destroyed and you're gonna be cursed. So now I'm gonna prove to you, and what is that? I think it's Daniel 12 and 10. Somebody check that real quick, because you're gonna find out that the Israelites, they didn't keep the commandments. They went off. So now all of the Israelites got curses put upon them. And one of them curses is us going into captivity via ships. That's a curse. Now, I know you went to high school, whatever the case may be. Did they teach you that your people came over here into America via ship? The transatlantic slave trade? Well, that's documented in the Bible, that would happen to the Israelites. And now, you might say, well, I'm an African American. If I ask you, well, what's your nationality before I guess? You're black? Now, where's the land of black? Where's the nation of black?
Africa.
So you trying to say you're African American, or are you an African?
Well, I wasn't born in Africa.
You was.
I consider myself a black American. Yeah.
You're a black American. So, African American, or whatever you want to say, America was just made. America is just a landmass. It's not a nationality. You get what I'm saying? So you can't actually be American. That's just a landmass, America. You get where I'm going with it? So now I'm saying, like, what is your nationality? Because being black is not a nationality. That's just a color.
Nationality, then I would be born in America, then I would be American.
See, but that's not a nationality.
What's my nationality?
And that's where we're getting to. That's where I'm headed. I'm trying to show you in the Bible that you don't find these terms in the Bible as referred to as a nationality. You won't be like, well, it's a nation of people called the blacks. It's a nation of people called the Americans. You got the Israelites. And I'm going to prove to you with Bible prophecy that you would be an Israelite according to the Bible. That's the whole thing. So can I do that? All right. I just need you to state. All right, bet. All right, give me that 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He said he's going to bring you into Egypt again with ships. Now you might be like, well, that's not that significant. I don't get it. Well, we know that we went into captivity once in Egypt, but he said he would bring you into Egypt again with ships. Now, if you read the Bible, you understand that the Israelites never went into captivity as a nation a second time, especially not by ships. They walked into Egypt and they walked out. So this must be a future prophecy, and I'm going to prove that to you.
This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Hey, he said out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So in the Bible, when the Bible says Egypt, it can be referring to slavery, captivity. You know what I'm saying? So he said he would. We're gonna get it out the Bible.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He said he would. One more time.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Hey, he said you was gonna go into slavery again with ships. Hey, so the Bible is coded up. We gotta do some research to understand what's really going on. That's why people don't like reading the Bible, because they can't understand.